All right, what's up, Trash Talkers? We're coming at you here with we've been off for a while, so Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all that kind of stuff. Got a great show coming up Saturday. Got Joe here, Trigger Joe. We're going to talk NFL because you guys probably saved a bunch of money not betting with us the last couple weekends. But we're going to go with the playoffs, and I'm going to give you some playoffs. But we're going to talk about just some of the picks you guys might want to bet on. And then Joe we're not doing any UFC this weekend, but we got the Conor McGregor fight coming up on the 23rd, right? Is that what that is?
That's it.
All right, so look forward to that, guys, because that's a big part of the challenge with him and the Mad Russian, and we're going to give you guys all the odds and all the betting on that one. So without further ado, this will be quick. I know you guys want to see me for more than about 5 to 10 minutes, but that's all you're going to get. So, Joe, what do we got? Who are we picking?
We're gonna go ahead and start off with the Bills and the Colts. Got the Bills here as a -6.5, and I got to be honest with you, I really, with how hot that offense is going, I ain't betting against them.
So I don't like the locks during the playoffs because teams are usually pretty good against each other because it's the playoffs. But the Bills, I've been making money on them all year. Vegas doesn't like them. I think they should be more than a touchdown favorite at home. So Bills are a lock for me. And again, any given Sunday, anything can happen, but take Bills on that one. They're too strong. And then, I mean, I like Jonathan Taylor for Indianapolis. He's my boy from Wisconsin, but he didn't win in the Rose Bowl, and he ain't winning here. Not happening. What's the next one?
All right, we got the number 3 seeded Seattle Seahawks -3.5 at home against the Los Angeles Rams.
All right, this is a tough one. Division rivals. All right, they played each other twice this year. It's difficult. I like the Rams defense against Seattle. I called them as an upset during the season. If you can go back a couple pick'em weeks, if you're going to parlay, I might take Seattle money line. But if you're feeling frisky and want to bet an underdog, I got to go with the Rams here because they got 2 great corners, and they got Adams and Ramsey, and they're gonna DK Metcalf's a stud, but Ramsey's a better stud. So especially on the defensive side, and then Aaron Donald.
I like the Rams in an upset here, man.
Yeah, I do. Aaron Donald. He's one of those guys like Reggie White, to where if he wants to take over a game, if he feels he has to take over a game, he's going to do it, and he has a chance to wreck a game. So it's the offensive coordinator's job to not allow him to do it. So I just remember the Super Bowl back in '96 with the Packers, where New England had to pass, so they couldn't take Reggie White out of the game. And Reggie White was like, "Nah, you're not coming back." Right. And so he just took the game over. So that's what Donald can do. So if the Rams get a lead, I think it's over.
Reggie White doesn't have a single Pro Bowl to his name without Desmond Howard in that game.
You mean a Super Bowl?
That's all I got. No, I'm saying a Pro Bowl. Like that literally changed.
No, he had plenty of Pro Bowls in Philadelphia before Desmond.
That's to be debated. No, I'm just fucking. No, but Desmond sure, that was his shining moment. I tell you, the Wolverines have been good to you guys in Green Bay, man. Other than Rashawn Gary, but
have you been watching Gary this year?
He's
playing phenomenal.
Now he's waking up.
Well, he put on like 10 pounds of rip too. So he got in the gym in the offseason.
Okay. All right.
Let's talk
Sir
Packers.
Charles, man.
Let's talk Packers just real quick because everybody knows I'm a Packer fan and they're the number 1 seed because they're the best team. Right? That's just what it is. Everybody dogged their defense. They were missing almost all of their linebacker core for the first 10 games. If you watch them now, right, they have some young linebackers, and Gary's playing good too, and they have the number 1 rated cornerback in the entire NFL, right? And they're good, and you're not stopping Aaron Rodgers this year. Aaron Rodgers is playing for nope, not doing
that.
it.
LaFleur is a genius.
He is, because that's what Rodgers needed. He needed more of like a psychologist.
Draft a quarterback. It will set Aaron Rodgers ablaze.
I'm not. There's no source to that, but I can see that happening with the GM and LaFleur sitting in there going, "Just draft a quarterback." It's a waste of a first-round pick, but it'll
go down rather unnoticed until he retires. It'll go down rather unnoticed. But people, will never really understand how freakishly competitive Rodgers is when it comes to, like, I mean, he hated being behind Favre at the end.
He's almost too competitive, because when he starts losing, he gets that pouty face.
Yeah,
because it's like,
and he hates
that kid.
the idea of that kid playing quarterback and him not.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, you know, he doesn't want. Look at how good he's playing. He doesn't want his career to end. He's got 5 years left. All right, so here we go. We are rolling into the next game, and I'm going to talk because we got Tampa Bay going up against the Washington football team.
All right,
Sans Dwayne Haskins.
For the 25 of you degenerates watching, all right, for gambling here, this is a weird one. All right, Tampa has to play at Washington because Washington's a division winner. And you have Chase Young, the Buckeye, saying, I want Tom Brady. All right. Now, this is a beautiful statement because they asked Tom about it because he's a Michigan guy. And Tom's the ultimate professional, classy guy. And he's like, Chase Young's a great young player. That's all he says. You know, that's the Bill Belichick coaching him, you know, for years. Great young player. Right. And then, because I'm going to bring up two different points here. And then Chase Young, they asked him if he would apologize. And this is what I love about Chase Young. He's like, why would I apologize for that? He's like, I want Tom Brady. And guess what? They're playing in Washington, right? So if the weather gets bad, just remember this isn't the defense that he had in New England. People always sleep on that. So when you went to Foxborough and it was cold, New England had a defense. So all Tom had to do was throw 2 touchdown passes and the game was over. Okay? I don't think Washington's going to win, but they might keep it under 8.5. And they might upset them, but I doubt it. I doubt the upset's going to happen, but Mike Evans' knee was not good. That was not a good injury. I was watching that live. That was ugly. He did not practice yesterday or today. So we'll see if he even plays. My guess is he doesn't play because
they're hoping to go through it without him.
Yeah. But yeah, you got to go Tampa Bay money line here, but I would not take the points. I would not bet them as 8.5 point favorites. No chance. And I'm going to say that because I'm going to jump for you. I'm going to go right to the Baltimore-Tennessee game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Tennessee is a 3.5 point dog at home. Now, I am not a Lamar Jackson hater, even though some people think I am. I think Lamar Jackson is one of the best football players we've ever seen. All right. But he has not won in the playoffs. The only thing that might save him here is the fact that they don't have a bye. And they're rolling. So that might help him to keep his focus. And here's why I say he might have trouble with focus, because he's still young and he's still a little immature. Look at his press conference. They asked him about not winning in the playoffs. He goes, there's a lot of guys that have been in this league forever and have never been to the playoffs.
It's a bravo male statement.
Okay. Yeah. Like, you're right. He's right. But take a lesson from the professional Tom Brady and the Bill Belichick coaching philosophy, which he doesn't have, because if Bill Belichick had 12 all pros on his team, he would not lose a game. Okay. You just say, yeah, it's been a tough struggle, but we're going to get after it this year. Right. That's all I had to say. But a lot of guys never been to the playoffs. Man, stop it, man. Stop it. Prove it. Yep. Prove all your cult followers right. Okay. Yep. What can I say? He had COVID, so he missed 2 weeks, and that hurts you. It hurt Cam, right? But if they're like I said, they're saving grace as they're rolling. I'm taking Tennessee in this game.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
And I'm not betting on it because I hate betting against the best football player on the field, which is close, Henry and Lamar, right? But Lamar's a better football player. Henry is the better running back, obviously. Henry could probably play linebacker, right? Maybe even defensive end. Lamar Jackson can play safety, cornerback, receiver, running back. He's the best football player. But
with football being all, flash and dash, how fast are you guys? How many big plays can you? How many people have lost sight of the fact that football was built on running the football, because running the football wins games, and when you can run on people. Well, but I'm saying as far as on the offensive side of the football, it's not just answering a strike for strike. And if they get the balls, it'd be like watching Michigan or Wisconsin back in the in their heyday, if they got the ball with 6 minutes and had Jonathan Taylor or Ron Dang, for Christ's sake, game's over.
Or Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon. They're stable, man.
Yeah.
There's another one too that's playing right now that's with a solid running
James
back.
White. James White has 2 Super Bowl records.
Super Bowl MVP James White that never got.
Well, he should have been.
He should have been. Yeah. But yeah, that running game for Tennessee, and he just keeps. And I know it won't last forever with Derrick Henry, but the guy doesn't get tired.
No, he hits you.
Yeah,
he hits you. And again, Bill Belichick hasn't lost that. Bill Belichick hasn't forgot about that. You play defense and you run the ball. And that's what another thing. Let's bring up the Packers again. Let's bring them up. That's what Matt LaFleur has grinded into Aaron Rodgers' head. We are going to get 5 to 6 yard plays. We are going to keep the ball for as long as we can, and then the big plays are coming. And we got the burner, and we got the burner MVS. He just can't catch the ball. All right. So
and they got one of our favorite running backs in the league due to the fact that he's the spawn of Sergeant Majors, Aaron Jones.
Spawn of Sergeant Majors from the University
like
of Texas, El Paso. Right. So yeah, Aaron Jones is going to blow it.
Hey, they went to a bowl game this year, and you never even talked about it. Now it was a COVID bowl, but they still went.
Yeah, it's okay.
We got NO bringing in the worst playoff team possibly. I don't know. The Chicago Bears at 8-8, -10 against New Orleans.
I gotta think.
I don't like that spread.
At 10 points.
I don't.
I gotta think Khalil Mack is playing injured because he's just not a game record right now. He's not a game record that Ray Lewis talks about, and he used to be. Like, I remember when he chased down Randall Cobb 50 yards down the field, and he was the guy. He beat like the safeties to him, right? Like he's not a game record this year. And my only way I could justify that is that he's like 80% on a hamstring or something. So like even that's how freakish he is. Even at 80% on a hamstring, he's still better than most of the linebackers in the NFL. But he's just not wrecking the games.
Yeah.
And the Bears. I bet you the Bears will make it a game for about a quarter and a half, and then New Orleans is they're just gonna blow them out.
Think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think New Orleans here with the 10. It's just
all right.
You saw what Green Bay did to him twice.
Yeah. This game has been played for what seems to be 15 or 16 times this year. Cleveland against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cleveland is a +6 undie.
Right, they should be an underdog. They almost lost to Mason Rudolph when they had to win. So Cleveland has to win to get into the playoffs. And the Steelers we're playing our backups. And it still was a game. All right. So I don't know. I'm taking Pittsburgh in that. I love Baker Mayfield. I love Jarvis Landry when he was in Miami because he was getting personal fouls all the time because he was the only one on that team that wanted to win.
Yep.
So
go ahead.
I like Jarvis. I like him a lot. I like Baker a lot, but Pittsburgh's just too well coached. And Connor's back. And they always got some young receivers. That's all you need. That's another thing. I'm bringing it up because let's talk about KC because they're obviously the reigning champs. They're the best team in football. They got all the superstars, right? But they don't pay their receivers. Every NFL GM needs to pay attention to me because I have zero experience as a GM, but you can look at the stats. The teams that pay big receivers don't win Super Bowls. They don't. Spend your money on defense, left tackle, and a quarterback, right? Don't spend it on a running back. That's why the Packers probably won't pay Aaron Jones, even though I want them to, right? But you don't waste the cap space with a guy that might get hurt on the very next play, right? You just don't. All right, and So I hope the Packers pay him because I love him and he's fun to watch. But let's draft somebody. They're going to draft a guy with 4.5 speed at 230 pounds. So they're going to do. That's the way that is. But let's say Joe, give him a quick teaser for the Conor McGregor fight. Who's going to win that one?
Oh man, I can't give Bill my pearls.
Well, I'm sure just the main event. I'm sure you'll both pick the same guy.
Between
Not-
honestly,
not-
between Conor McGregor and I think Conor's out at a minus 240 favorite right now. So God almighty, I had to see their camps first, but it is gonna be tough out for Conor to take Poirier off. Poirier's fought everybody since Conor beat him, and Conor's been pretty much out of the ring. So it's gonna be a tough one. I won't give away my pick until I see exactly what kind of camp Conor's had. But
well, there's your teaser. There's your
on
teaser. He's
GP,
keeping you on the
I would
hook.
say Conor's gonna be up a long day.
All right. So like I said, for those of you watching, make sure you share this with your friends. Make sure you subscribe it. Go to our store, buy our stuff. All right. We're completely veteran owned, 100%. And all we want to do is become the biggest veteran community to take care of each other. So please get on there, help us out, spread the word. And we're really good at picking games and fights. And we're really good at trash talking. And we were really good in the Army. So I mean, I still am. Joe was okay, but like, whatever. So we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Party on.